And top of the morning to you, takers. That is terrible. I am sorry. I was trying to be in a chipper mood after this weekend. But alas, I'm only at 500 this weekend. So hopefully you takers did better. But being in 10 leagues, you got to root for some people and against others, but then root for them again in another. And it does not work out in your favor all the time. So just narrowly losing or blowing out or being blown out over the weekend. So I am Disfatt Bidge. The other tippers are off today, but don't you worry. I will be here to take care of you, take care of all your waiver wire needs on who you need to pick up, who you need to drop, and a little bit of news to get into, but we will get our tips in deeper later tonight. That episode will come out. You guys will hear that either Wednesday or Thursday when the rest of the tippers can join me. So we are Just a Tip, a fantasy football podcast. If you are watching me, usually say us, on YouTube, much appreciate if you could subscribe and like the video. And I apologize, my barber and my makeup artist is out of town. Unfortunate for you, but you can listen to us on Apple, Spotify, Google, and Amazon and rate and review us there. It'd be much appreciated. Probably be better for you. And put this on 1.5 speed so we can get through all this info for you so you can get to your waiver wire ads tonight and get your squad better. But thing to keep in mind, it is just week one. Chill out. You won, you blew somebody out, great. You lost, you got blown out. It's okay. A lot of players got, dinged up. It's the first week, not much of a preseason. Trust the process, man. The projections, if you drafted a guy, say Mike Williams, he didn't do well, okay, he's got another shot. Don't worry about that. Let's see what happens. Let's develop a pattern to see if we need to start panicking. So, down to business. We all know now that Dak had surgery. At first, it was 6 to 8 weeks, a broken thumb. But the optimistic Jerry Jones says he's not going to put him on IR. So that really sucks. I will discuss later with the tippers on what to do if you can't put him in your IR spot. It's very unfortunate that they're going to keep him off IR. So you can't really have that bench spot available to pick up somebody else. But I have a couple QBs to pick from. Don't get your hopes up. And Eli Mitchell, this big one, running back for the 49ers, went out with a knee injury. 2 months. We're going to talk about that later. But you need to get these ads in. So there's some opportunity for some guys. It looks like it's going to be a little bit of a competition in the backfield. So it's not like last year. If you played Eli Mitchell, you threw $80 a fab. Or you spent your first waiver priority. I don't think you need to do that this year, but I will break that down a bit. So, yeah, I think that's about it for injuries, concerns, and everything. And like I said, if players didn't show up, chill out. The Patriots didn't show up either. I'm a Miami fan, if you do not know, if you couldn't tell. All right, let's get into some QB ads. Jameis Winston, 54% available. He is going against Tampa Bay. Revenge game for him. I don't know, guys. We haven't had a good experience with revenge games. Tom Brady did not do well against the Patriots last year. Baker Mayfield did okay in his revenge game against the Browns. Russell Wilson last night, what a debacle that was. I don't even know what to say to that. I need to see my counselor though for that. Carson Wentz, who is top 5 in scoring on the first week. We all projected that. So 15% rostered right now. So you can pick him up. He is at Detroit. And yeah, say you have Dak go down. Detroit's got to score points, man. So they're gonna have to keep up. Very interested to see if it's a Frank Reich problem or if it's a QB problem for the Colts because Matt Ryan didn't do too well either. They came on late, just like Ryan's mom does. So he could also get Tua. They are at Baltimore, 63% available. I don't suggest doing that because Baltimore's defense, they're pretty good this year. Uh, all right, let's get into wide receivers now. I'm not spending much fab, so if you have that $100 budget, the free agency budget, you gotta hold your horses a bit. Okay, last year, everybody thought Naeem Hines was gonna go off. People spent a lot of money on that. The year before, uh, Benny Snell was gonna get all the work. Even Juju Smith-Schuster added him to his fantasy team. I don't suggest spending all your money on the first week. Let things settle out. Maybe the defense just had a bad week like Arizona did, or they just suck, most likely. But I would do late flyers. If you want to throw a $1, $2, $3 bid on some of these guys, go right ahead or just keep on the radar. I'll try to mention. I am also looking at Yahoo roster percentages here. That's what I'm most of my leagues are on, so that's what I'm using. Sorry, I couldn't look at everything for you takers out there. It's been a busy week. So, wide receivers, Jahan Dotson, rookie. He is for Washington right now, 73% available. I love this kid. Red zone target. Get him on your squad. I'm not waiting. But his teammate, Curtis Samuel, coming back from his injury ridden season last year, 95% available. Jahan Dotson, I'm throwing a few dollars fab, maybe up to 12. But I already rostered him. I had him in my last picks in the drafts because I figured he would break out sooner rather than later. It's just week one, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. Curtis Samuel, surprisingly, an awesome game. I'm keeping on my radar, or if I got a spot, I'll get into the drops later. You might want to grab him. Tyler Boyd, 44% available. If T. Higgins is out with his concussion for this week and you need a flex play, so you do 3 wide receivers and 2 flexes, Tyler Boyd, check it out. He might be out there. Oh, and Julio Jones would probably be my number one target because he is Brady's number one target. It seems he looks good. He is 38% available right now. They are doing end rounds. If you watch the game on Sunday night against Dallas, he is involved. They are game planning for him. Russell Gage does not look like himself. Granted, it wasn't that much, but I did have high hopes for him. I am pivoting. I am not dying on that Gage hill. So I'm throttling down to Julio Jones. Go with the old timer. Maybe Brady can revive his career a bit. Robbie Anderson, 90% available for the Carolina Panthers. Some busted coverage, big plays, but he was heavily targeted for Baker Mayfield. Say you got a rookie wide receiver like Pickens who's not doing well, or with Dallas news, pivoting from Tolbert. I'm not forcing to drop him, but I'm okay dropping him for say a receiver that they might get some passing ability instead of Cooper Rush throwing to Tolbert when he has to compete with CeeDee Lamb and Dalton Schultz over in Dallas. Joshua Palmer, Keenan Allen pulled hammy. Most likely not playing Thursday. I'm not sure if he has been ruled out yet. So follow us, just a tip FFP, and I will update you on that. For the Chargers, wide receiver Joshua Palmer. A good flex play against Kansas City. Should be high scoring. 79% available. Jarvis Landry, 58% for the New Orleans Saints. He looks good, man. So did Michael Thomas. I'm going to talk about that with our next episode with the guys. And he seems to be in the right role. So perfect flex play if you need a flex receiver. So you want to wait on Darnell Mooney and you have a spot, grab Jarvis Landry. This guy, Talked about him before. Kyle Phillips. He is my sneaky deepest sleeper of the year. Wide receiver for the Tennessee Titans. He did fumble on a punt return, catch. He did drop that, but he did get targeted again from Ryan Tannehill. But the thing is, the Giants were playing 8 in the box, just trying to stop Derrick Henry. So he did have the opportunities. Keep him on your radar. If you have a long bench, like 7 spots, go ahead and scoop him up, see what happens. Now, running backs, Jalen Warren, backup for Najee Harris, maybe on the Steelers. Najee Harris with the Liz Frank injury, he is saying that he is playing week 2. He has not ruled himself out. The doctors haven't either. But it's a mess in Pittsburgh, guys. The offensive line is not good. I think you need a beast like Najee. A lot of people say Jalen Warren did great in preseason. Yeah, so did Dameon Pierce. What did Dameon Pierce do this weekend? Absolutely nothing. That's why you need to pick up Rex Burkhead, old school coach, and Lovie Smith. He is only 13% rostered right now. So say you need that backup running back, you can go ahead and pick up Rex Burkhead. He had the most targets out of the backfield. He had the most touches out of the running backfield. He's getting the workload for Houston. So maybe some garbage time points for him. But yeah, Jalen Warren, definitely not spilling my load to get him. Sorry, guys. Been talking straight. I'm trying to do this in one take. Need to take a drink of water. I should take a timeout, but I think I'm just going to wait a bit. Let the clock drain out a bit. Okay, timeout. All right, now I got one shot to make this right. Last running back I want to pick up is Jeff Wilson, 18% rostered. He got the bulk of the work after Eli Mitchell went out. This is a 49ers running back. He is the vet there. Kyle Shanahan loves him. They are going to have a bit of a competition with Tyrion Davis-Price and Jordan Mason, who is widely available. I'm going with Jeff Wilson. I'm willing to spend double digits in fab for him if you did not pick him up before the weekend. I dropped Alan Lazard because he wasn't going to play, and I couldn't put him in the IR. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take Jeff Wilson just in case something happens. Bad weather game. You never know. And this is exactly what happened. So now I get to save the waiver priority and my fab. All right, moving on to the tight ends. I'm going to get rid of the disgusting stuff at first. It's Taysom Hill, 12% rostered. If you are streaming tight ends, say you had Cole Kmet, who did absolutely nothing for you, and you missed out on the OJ Howard 2-touchdown game for Houston, don't go chasing him. Or you're splitting Derrick Henry, Hunter Henry, and Jonnu Smith up in New England. Yeah, you might as well take a shot at Taysom Hill. He's QB and tight end eligible right now on Yahoo. You can take worse dart throws, I guess, especially in deeper leagues. You might as well if you don't have one of those elite tight ends. Gerald Everett, though, this is the guy I want if I need a tight end. 28% rostered. He is at Kansas City this week, so short week. Keenan Allen out, as I said. Problem is, Herbert, he spread the ball around. No more than 4 targets per player, per receiving, either back, tight end, wide receiver. Hopefully it's a bit more concentrated. I can see Everett getting a touchdown this Thursday as well. So if you need that type of shot, Gerald Everett, again, don't spend too much on him. But if you're streaming tight ends, he's my number one target. Then Tyler Higbee. You may know I'm not the biggest fan of him, but he had 11 targets last Thursday, which seems like a month ago. 56% rostered right now. They are playing Atlanta. He did get 5 catches. So if you're looking for opportunities, 11 targets. Some of them came in the red zone as well. Nearly half of them. Take your shot with them, man. If you need them. So moving on, defensive streamers. Cleveland versus New York Jets. They are only 28% rostered. Absolutely number one defense you should pick up right now is Cleveland Browns because Joe Flacco throwing 60 times. How insane is that? And they couldn't move the ball. Pittsburgh versus New England. As you know, I'm in the resident New England hater. I'm not really a hater. They're not good. Matt Patricia doesn't know what he's doing. He has a scripted 10 plays and has no idea what to do with the game flow after that. It's going to be a rough year for New England. Pittsburgh, even though they're losing TJ Watt to possibly a season-ending injury. Sorry, I didn't look too much into that, but with pectoral muscle, I know he's getting a second opinion. We'll see what happens, but I still think they'll do well against New England. Cincinnati, they are at Dallas, 44% rostered. Dak went out. Yes, Zeke looked okay. He had 10 rushes and he was averaged like 5 yards, a little more than 5 yards a carry. Okay. The offensive line still isn't good. Dak Prescott down now. Then you got a quarterback coming in to take all the 1 reps. It's going to be miscommunication. They're going to get turnovers. I'm okay with Cincinnati streaming them this week. Use their the whole team there, not just one. If you're in an IDP league, sorry, I can't help you. Kickers, Young Ho Koo. It won't take much time with this. He's at the Rams, 29% rostered. Hopefully a high-scoring game. Get in the red zone. They'll stall out because Rams' defensive line is pretty good. They'll have to kick a lot. Ryan Suckup for Tampa Bay. He's 54% rostered. They're at New Orleans. So in the domes, you don't have to worry about weather. When I go kickers, I like to pick the guys in the domes away from the elements. So that's my strategy with that. And I think I spent too long on kickers. Hopefully you are still sticking around. So to sum up, get Jeff Wilson. He's my number one target for running back. Gerald Everett at tight end. And then Jahan Dotson is my number one wide receiver I want to get. And then it's Julio. It's like 1A, 1B for myself. And then, keep an eye on Kyle Phillips. Jarvis Landry, I'd definitely pick up at like after waivers clear. Maybe somebody's not adding them because I've seen Jarvis Landry and Michael Thomas is doing well. He's not going to get much more opportunity. Pick him up, see what happens. You could drop Mike Davis, punt him into the sun. George Pickens for Pittsburgh. I'm okay dropping him. But Tolbert for Dallas, he wasn't active for the game. I think you can drop and you can pick him up later if the opportunity arises. They like Brown there for some reason. But it's going to be the CD Lamb and Dalton Schultz roles with the running game. Don't chase after Sterling Shepard. He had a 65-yard touchdown. Okay, but he only caught one other reception after 4 targets for like 71 yards. Not that great. Hilliard, backup running back for Derrick Henry. He made the most of his opportunities. He probably won't get those opportunities again. I think it's a fluke game. Let stuff develop. See a pattern. Don't shoot it all over the place too early. Your fab and your waiver priority, that is. All right. Yeah, drop Mike Davis, drop your kickers. If you need to pick up one of these guys and then pick up a kicker later when somebody, say Najee, might be out and you can throw him on IR and pick up a kicker before kickoff. All right, trying to be quick, was trying to keep it under 20 minutes, so that'll do, Donkey. That'll do. Make sure you guys get your waiver ads in. Don't go too crazy. I didn't use any drops. Hopefully this wasn't boring for you. Sorry. Solo voice here. One take. Let's see how that happens to work out for me and you. See if you guys like it. I got to go edit this now. A little bit of dead time. Try to get it out for you. Need to stop wasting time. Call a timeout. Say hi to your mother for me.